Step right up and welcome to another exciting episode of Movie NP, the vlog where we review movies and analyze them for success and self help tips. In great anticipation of the release of Wicked, tonight's review and analysis is The Wizard of Oz from 1939. Directed by Victor Fleming and King Vidor, written by Noel Langley, Florence Ryerson, and Edgar Allan Wolfe. I guess Poe had a previous engagement. Adapted from the novel by L. Frank Baum, and it stars Judy Garland and Margaret Hamilton. The classic film is 1 hour 42 minutes long, rated G, and carries an IMDb rating of 8.1 out of 10. It's available on DVD and Blu-ray from Amazon.com and also fandangoathome.com/voodoo.com. As per IMDb, it's also available to stream on Max. The Wizard of Oz follows the story of Dorothy Gale, a young girl from Kansas who is swept away to a magical land of Oz after a tornado strikes her family's farm. So here's the plot line. Spoiler alert. Dorothy lives with her Aunt Em and Uncle Henry on a farm in Kansas. Miss Gulch, the evil witch of the town, wants to take her dog Toto away to have him destroyed. Dorothy decides to run away and bumps into a fortune teller slash con artist named Professor Marvel. Following an ethically questionable crystal ball reading, Dorothy is prompted to return home. However, in the process of doing so, a tornado strikes suddenly, and Dorothy is knocked unconscious as she tries to find shelter. The house is carried away by the storm. When Dorothy comes to, she discovers she is flying through the air in the house. She looks out the window and sees a few comical scenes. That is until Miss Gulch on her bicycle turns into the Wicked Witch. Dorothy's house lands on the colorful land of Oz, crushing the Wicked Witch of the East and freeing the Munchkins from her tyranny. Glinda, the Good Witch of the North, welcomes Dorothy and gives her the deceased witch's magical ruby slippers. The Wicked Witch of the West, the dead witch's sister, arrives and vows revenge. Dorothy wishes to return home, so Glinda advises her to follow the yellow brick road to the Emerald City to seek help from the all-knowing Wizard of Oz. On her journey to the Emerald City, Dorothy befriends three companions: the Scarecrow, who wants a brain, the Tin Man, who desires a heart, and the Cowardly Lion, who seeks courage. Together they hope the wizard will grant their wishes. But we find through the course of the film that they had what they wanted all along. The group finally reaches the Emerald City and meets the Wizard of Oz, who appears as a giant, intimidating head. He agrees to help them, but only if they bring him the broomstick of the Wicked Witch of the West. Dorothy and her friends travel to the witch's castle where they face numerous obstacles. The witch captures Dorothy and threatens to kill her. The Scarecrow, Tin Man, and the Cowardly Lion arrive, and the Tin Man chops down the door and rescues Dorothy. But as they escape, they are cornered by the Wicked Witch. The Wicked Witch then lights the Scarecrow on fire. In a moment of desperation to put out the Scarecrow, Dorothy throws a bucket of water on the Scarecrow, accidentally hitting the witch. The witch melts, and inadvertently, Dorothy has defeated her. The group returns to the Emerald City with the witch's broomstick. They discover that the wizard is actually Professor Marvel from Kansas, who has been pretending to be all and powerful. He grants the Scarecrow, Tin Man, and the Lion their desires symbolically, and he promises to take Dorothy home in his hot air balloon, but the balloon accidentally leaves without her. Glinda reappears and tells Dorothy that she has always had the power to return home by clicking her heels together 3 times and repeating, "There's no place like home, there's no place like home." Dorothy does so and wakes back up in Kansas, surrounded by her family and friends, realizing that her adventure may have been a dream. Or was it? Regardless, she is forever changed, appreciating the importance of home and the love she has there. So let's get into the success hacks and the self-help tips. But before we do, I have to give you my usual disclaimer. What I'm about to discuss is for general purposes only. It's not intended to diagnose or treat anyone's conditions. Speak to your healthcare provider. Only you and your healthcare provider can determine the best course of action for you. The Wizard of Oz offers several powerful life lessons and success tips that can be applied in both personal and professional context. Number 1, believe in yourself. The Scarecrow, Tin Man, and the Cowardly Lion each thought they lacked something vital: intelligence, heart, and the courage. Respectively, however, through their journey, they demonstrated that they already possessed these qualities. The tip here is trust your abilities and knowledge the strengths you already have. Often self doubt can cloud your true potential. Next, be open to learning. Each character learned and grew throughout the adventure. Dorothy learned the value of home, the Scarecrow realized he was intelligent, the Tin Man discovered his compassion, and the Lion embraced his bravery. The tip here is personal growth comes from experience, both good and bad. Be open to learning from every situation and allow yourself to change and evolve. Get into the mindset early on that learning is a lifetime activity. Next, don't be fooled by appearances. The Wizard of Oz appears to be a powerful, all knowing figure, but he was just a regular man using illusions. In fact, he was a con man. The real magic came from within Dorothy and her friends. Tip here is don't be intimidated by external appearance or rely solely on others for success. Have confidence in your journey and stay grounded in reality. Look, we all put our pants on the same way. Never let anyone intimidate you. Next, embrace the journey, not just the destination. Dorothy's adventures in Oz teach her that the journey itself is full of learning and experiences that shape who she is. The tip here is life is full of twists and turns, and focusing solely on your destination can make you miss the beauty of the present moment. Appreciate the experience you have and what they teach you along the way. As they say, stop and smell the roses. Next, face your challenges bravely. The Cowardly Lion overcame his fears by facing them and acting courageously even when he was scared. The tip here is everyone has fears, but growth often lies on the other side of fear. Take small steps to confront your anxieties and celebrate your progress. Courage builds gradually, and it's okay to feel fear as long as you keep moving forward. Courage isn't about not being afraid, but about acting despite being afraid. Next, let go of what you can't control. The tornado and many of the events in Oz were beyond Dorothy's control, yet she learned to adapt and make the best of her situation. Focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means understanding your limits and challenging your energy into what you can influence. Reciting the Serenity Prayer is an excellent tool in overcoming the desire to control what you can't control. Use symbolism for self-motivation. The Scarecrow, Tin Man, and the Lion receive symbolic items from the wizard: a diploma, a heart-shaped clock, and a medal of courage. These objects gave them confidence. The tip here is use physical reminders to motivate and inspire you. For example, wearing a special piece of jewelry, carrying a good luck charm, or keep a motivational quote on your desk to remind you of your goals and boost your confidence. This reminds me is that sometimes what's known as the Batman effect. They found that kids who wore capes performed better than kids who didn't. If that's what it takes to reach your goals, then do it. No one is watching, and even if they are, who cares? I'll post a link about that below. Next, dress for the part you want to play. The characters transformed their appearance when they arrived at the Emerald City, getting spruced up to meet the wizard. This helped them feel more confident and prepared. The success hack here is when you need to feel confident or make a great impression, dress the part. Dressing well can improve your mindset, increase your confidence, and even change how others perceive you. In fact, studies have shown that people who are dressed better were more likely to get discounts when they asked for them. Next up is focus one step at a time. Dorothy and her friends followed the yellow brick road one step at a time, which made their long journey manageable. Success hack here is break large tasks or goals into smaller, manageable steps. This makes even the most daunting challenges feel more achievable. Focus on completing one step before worrying about the next. Look here, Rome was not built in a day. This is a key tool taught in Alcoholics Anonymous. Sometimes it takes a second at a time, sometimes a minute at a time. However long it takes, doesn't matter. What matters is that you get there. Surround yourself with supportive people. Dorothy's journey would have been impossible without her friends, who supported her and provided different strengths. The key here is build a supportive network of friends, family, or colleagues. Surround yourself with people who uplift you and contribute positively to your life. Collaboration and teamwork often yield better results than trying to do so alone. Next up, have a clear purpose and stay focused on your goals. Dorothy's unwaveringly desire to return home kept her motivated through her journey. No matter how difficult things became, despite the obstacles and distractions along the yellow brick road, she kept moving forward with her goal in mind. The tip here is define your goals clearly and stay focused. Even when challenges arise, remember why you started and keep pressing forward. Remember those who wrote down their goals are more likely to achieve them. Next up, gratitude is a superpower. Dorothy realizes the value of home and the people that she loves, even though she has taken them for granted before. The success hack here is practice gratitude daily. Keep a gratitude journal to write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. Gratitude can shift your perspective and boost your happiness. Next up, use what you have at your disposal. Dorothy used the ruby slippers to return home, not realizing she had the power to do so all along. Success hack here is take inventory of the resources and skills you already have. Sometimes the solutions you're looking for are closer than you think. Utilize what you already have to make life progress. Often entrepreneurs get tied up in planning strategies and focusing on what they don't have instead of what they do. Barbara Corcoran, star of Shark Tank, says the best thing you can do is take action. Don't wait to have the perfect business plan or all the things you need to know. Just take action. You'll figure it out along the way and you'll be better for it in the end. Next up is learn to let go of what drags you down. Dorothy let go of the negativity brought by the Wicked Witch by standing up to her. Ultimately, the witch was defeated, allowing Dorothy to continue her journey. The success hack here is identify things that drain your energy, whether they're habits, people, or thoughts, and work on letting them go. Freeing yourself from negativity can make your path clearer and more manageable. Next up is keep a positive mindset. Despite all the challenges, Dorothy remains hopeful and optimistic, which helped her push forward. Success hack here is practice positive affirmations to keep a hopeful mindset. Repeating positive statements about yourself or your situation can boost your resilience and help you stay focused. And lastly, the power of visualization. Dorothy had a clear vision to get back home to Kansas. This clear vision motivated her and guided her actions throughout her journey. The success hack here is visualize your success daily. Imagine achieving your goals and how it would feel. Visualization can help clarify your ambitions and make them feel more attainable. Be clear about what you want in life and visualize it vividly. Setting intentions can provide a sense of direction and purpose, helping you stay motivated even when the path is uncertain. Cut out pictures of things you want and make a vision board. Meditate and get a clear, vivid picture in mind as to what you want. See yourself driving that car you want, or seeing your bank statement having $1 billion as a balance. Whatever it is, the clearer you can picture it and the more emotion you put into it, the more the universe will respond and you will attract your dreams. So, the lessons from The Wizard of Oz remind us that success is a combination of self belief, focus, collaboration, appreciating the values of the journey itself, and a proactive approach to personal growth. Remember, the magic you're seeking is often already within you. So, here's some trivia and other notes of interest. So I found this out a couple years ago and I was very fascinated by this. It is theorized that the film syncs up with Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon album. Some people called it Dark Side of the Rainbow. The secret to this is to start the album immediately after the MGM lion roars the third time. Now, Pink Floyd themselves have gone on record that this is false. As recently as a piece on Joe Rogan, they said that this is all bull. But this could all be, interestingly, an example of the phenomenon by Carl Jung known as synchronicity. But let me give you some examples and you can decide for yourself. During the first song, Speak to Me, there's a lyric that states, Balance on the biggest wave. At this time in the film, Dorothy is balancing on the wall that separates the pig pens. During the next song, The Great Gig in the Sky, the tornado picks up the house and we see Dorothy flying through the sky. Also, at the end of The Great Gig in the Sky, there's a very long period of air until the next scene or the next song, Money, cues up. This coincides with Dorothy walking to the front door and opening it. When she opens the door, this is the first colorized segment of the film and our first look at Oz and the Yellow Brick Road. The song Money starts just as she opens the door and we get our first glimpse of the Yellow Brick Road. Next, during the song Us and Them, when the lyrics Black and Blue is sung, the Wicked Witch is on the screen when the word black is sung, and we cut to Dorothy when the word blue is sung. Dorothy is, of course, wearing her blue dress, and the witch is all in black. During the lyric Which is Which and Who is Who, both the Wicked Witch and Glinda the Good Witch are in the same frame. And lastly, during the song Brain Damage, the Scarecrow is sitting in the middle of the road when the lyric The Loon is on the Path is sung. At that, and without mentioning that, this coincides with the song is called Brain Damage, and the Scarecrow, of course, is wishing he had a brain. And it becomes even more convincing when you consider that the story, in and of itself, is written as a satire about the U.S. being placed on the gold standard. In fact, Dorothy symbolizes the average American, the Scarecrow the U.S. farmers, the Tin Man the factory workers, the Wicked Witches the banks, and the Wizard of Oz the President of the United States. Don't believe me? I'll leave some links below to check out. Lastly, there are a few drug references. The witch puts them to sleep using poppies. Poppy is where opium is derived from. Opiate suppresses the nervous system. Glinda the Good Witch wakes them all up using snow. Snow is slang for cocaine. Cocaine, of course, stimulates the nervous system, waking them up. Well, that's it for today, folks. Please click like and subscribe and share with a friend. Comment below your thoughts. Let me know what you're struggling with and if there's a film that you'd like me to review. And of course, join me next week. Pleasant nightmares. Be well.